This is the second video of what do they have to offer when they said it's women over here. So, as I was saying before about a lot of different things on the first video, when you look over here and you see the women that they say this is what they, this is the kind of women that you have to offer for men here, for them not to travel or stop dating in general. I mean, I see a lot of dudes who tell guys and make fun of guys for doing sex styles, but don't you know that some guys got small penises and they tired of doing that dumb shit? They tired of being told to use pumps and pills and told to eat herbs and told to do all this crazy shit, because if all that shit was a good market, if all them penis pills and the surgeries and stuff, then everybody would be doing it, man. Everybody will be doing it. You will see Asian guys who are packing. You will see Indian guys who are packing. Middle Eastern guys who will be packing. Because these guys are killing it in the financial market. But you see they have no problem because their women don't have no problem with their size, because they built something for themselves, right? But they have a whole bunch of women who accept them for who they are and make sure they make their men feel good. They don't chase their men away and their men have to travel the world or just stop dating completely. But these guys telling you about how it's women over here. So I'm going to go down the list again like I did the first video, and I'm going to get it out. So let me read a comment. The infamous Julia K that I got from thing. She had a falling out with one of the guys that she always do content with. His name Lil D. And she always come off as like this super bitch, to the point where everybody don't want to be around her ass. And she have a falling out with everybody. She had a falling out with Halia Dead. She had a falling out with Julia Styles, whatever her name is, because they used to be cool friends. She has a falling out with one of the other light-skinned chicks because she talked about her baby dad. And she consistently always lose her Instagrams because she always said the wrong things. She don't get that you can't come off as a bitch and think nobody gonna check you. So she says stupid shit online and then think nobody gonna come for her because she light skinned. See, so when people talk about this light skin bullshit, no, people are sick and tired of these females with these light skin privileges, female privilege, and everything else that they have coming with that bullshit. So it took me 8 months to get back to 42K. This is whack. I don't know. If I even make another one, what's the point? As a sex worker, I literally can't have any IG these days. I won't be able to live. My Instagram would leave, not even surprised. Been waiting for a few days. My IGs just got suspended. Funny that she sat back and made this post, and this is what started it all, right? Y'all are upset that I didn't take strangers $4, or are y'all upset because y'all have $4 to your name? It would have been such a compliment if you left me your last $4. I'm ungrateful because I didn't take it. I'm a cunt because I'm talking about it. Laugh out loud. Make it make sense. So a good Samaritan who probably didn't know who she was gave her $4 because he seen the stuff that's probably in her hand and said, okay, this is $4. She goes online to talk about the person that gave her $4. And she doesn't see nothing wrong with it that a person came out of their pocket and gave her $4. Because $4 doesn't matter. And this is the ungratefulness that we talking about in this country. Just like the video I post with the chick saying about $15 and don't deserve her time. And this mind you, that's a chick. I think that's a chick who on Instagram and somebody else subscribed told us to go to, talking about they like black men. She has a twin. And then when I went to her Instagram, it's nothing but her and her sister partying and all this other stuff. I don't know. I think she's on here too, but I don't know. The funny thing about that is you see just how ungrateful these females are. Like, he was just being a nice person and she just stuck her nose up to the dude. And it's like, yo, he was being a nice person. He wasn't trying to get your attention. He was just being nice. And you gonna post about it online? And then she goes on a blocking spree because everybody was calling her out. Like, why would you sit back and just talk about somebody who was being good to you and all this other stuff? And then magically her Instagram got deleted. You're an idiot. Do you think that just because you a sex worker that they came after you? No, everybody who get their Instagram knocked, who sex workers, is people that they talked about. This is what I'm talking about, where they don't have no accountability. But the fact is, you think that men, this is all you have offered to men when you said there's women over here? There's women over here, all right. These are the type of women that you're talking about that's over here and that's so easy. These ungrateful females who think that you gonna pull $400 out for them and give it all your money to them because, whoa, they look good. How you ain't grateful and said thank you? If somebody put out of their pockets, I know that's a generosity thing. Like, oh, yo, I'll pay for it. Well, I'm like, whoa, what's going on, man? Oh, thanks, man. At least you can say thanks. But instead, you go on about it on Twitter and then get mad when you got the backlash and then act like, then try to turn it around and say Instagram don't like sex workers. The dumbest excuse that I ever seen in my life with these females who sit here and get mad about getting their Instagram deleted, but you be talking shit about people and you be throwing the first stone at people. And then you get mad when people start throwing stones at you and you start, I'm scared. This is what you got to offer, guys, when you said there's women over here. This is what you got to offer a bunch of females who think they males and think they can square up with guys. Right? Dysfunctional women, mentally ill women, but you think you brag about having sex with studs. So actually, you already promoting yourself to be kind of biased, because women who walk around and be masculine, that's like you talking to a dude. So if you going around fornicating, because I don't want to get too graphic, bumping uglies with women who look like men, then you already show yourself, because there's a lot of guys over here who brag about get with studs and lesbians, and it shows where their head is at. But then guys like Super Sly won't say nothing about the women who said they wouldn't give up on men, because he said, remember on that video, he said you got two choices, animals or men. But if women give up entirely, they can do that. Just like I heard one dude on Reg's channel say, well, I could understand if women say they don't do it for traumatic, but men, no, it's the same thing. If a man got traumatized when he was a kid, and he don't want to mess with no women because they fucked him up in the head, no amount of therapy and none of that works, because then the same women come out of nowhere. You need positive people, and if you keep going to places where these people show you that they're not positive, or they act like they're positive, at some point you give up and say, I'm tired of this. I can't keep doing this. And then people say, oh, it's the numbers game. No, it's not, dude. Nobody has time to play the numbers game. A lot of guys are busy. A lot of guys are busy with their lives. Nobody had time to play the number game. So they might as well go to places where they have an advantage. But this is what you got to offer men. This right here. This is who these guys really mess with when they're not telling you. The people that they said that they got game for, they're messing with disabled females. They just don't show them like that. Ask yourself to show the females that they smashed in back chats. The women that they actually can get pictures with them together to prove a point. Because if you're not attracted to her, then it just breaks the scenario of them trying to tell you what to do. Right? But this is who they got to offer. This is who they tell you to stay at your level, stay on your level, stay in your lane. These are the women that they want you to get with. Stay in your lane, right? Stay in your lane, right? And idiot dudes over here, well, this is what it looks like when you stay in your lane. Now, this chick hit me up back in 2017, acting like she was some nice girl. She was overweight. I was fooled by this picture, but I don't take nobody seriously. So I'm like, okay, let me see what she's about. And I use it as a time waster because I'm like, okay, this series is coming on in. At the time, it was Teen Wolf. I like that show. So they had a marathon, and I was waiting for the last episode because I seen every episode of it. And she hits me up in my inbox and give me her number, and I'm like, why did she give me her number? So she goes on a tangent, and I'm like, oh, I got a lot of time to waste. I got something to do. I mean, I got something to I got a lot of time to waste. So she goes on and tells me about her life, her personal story, and then she goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on about herself the whole time. Mind you, this is 5 hours straight. I had another cell phone beside me, and I timed her. She made me miss half of that episode, but lucky it came on a rerun. All this about herself. Then she had the nerve to say, "You're gonna call me tomorrow. We had a good conversation." I didn't even get a lot of words in. So how was it good? And that actually put the pen in it. I'm like, now I see why I don't mess with no females over here, because they always are so inconsiderate. When they have conversations, it's all about them. It's never about you. And then she goes on and trying to portray herself as this good girl, and people picking on her and all this other stuff. So I go on her Facebook at the time when I was on Facebook in 2017, and she says that nobody likes her. But then I see all these thirsty behind dudes on her timeline calling her beautiful and all that. And I'm saying, okay, I called her out on it. I said, yo, you lied to me over the phone. You said that nobody likes you. Oh, yeah, leave that alone, blah, blah, blah. So I kept pressing her. And you know me, I had my techniques. So I said this. You find out, as I follow my own rules. I made my own techniques to push people buttons. Make a chick mad to see if that so-called persona that she have is really her persona. Because if you push a chick to a point, she just not gonna get out her character. She just gonna walk away and leave it alone. So I expected her to be the so-called good chick and block me and leave it alone. Instead, she goes off and say all these different things that I heard before. I only talked to you because I was bored. I felt sorry for you, blah, blah, blah. And then she spun it off and said, I'm going to get my boyfriend to beat you up. And I'm like, your boyfriend to beat me up? So a dude come under my time and say, yo, leave my chick alone. I said, your chick talked to me for 5 hours. Did she tell you that? And he goes and said, man, you lying your ass off, dog. She want to talk to a clown like you. And I said, okay, sure. So I left it alone. 5 months later, this this overweight ratchetness hits me up and said, hey, what's going on? I said, hey, what's going on? I said, yo, don't even talk to me, yo. I said, what you think who you think I am, a backup, man? I said, what about your boyfriend? Oh yeah, he a cheater and stuff. I said, oh yeah, then pick another one. Go pick another one. Because remember what you said. And I showed her the screenshots. Remember all the shit you said. He was going to beat me up. And I said, overall, you were going to get one of us killed or one of us get beat up because you wanted to lie and play games. I said, stay away from me. I said, you stay on your side, I stay on my side. I said, you can't apologize after 5 months of what you did. I said, I'm not nobody's backup plan. And she couldn't say anything. I said, automatically, I wish I should have screenshotted it. I said, don't make me show the world what kind of female you are. That you sit back and say all this shit 5 months ago, and then you try to hit me up later. Do that shit to somebody else that you can take advantage of. I'm not the one. So that's my experience with chicks over here when they come my way and act like they could try to take advantage of me. So, but this the type of women that this is the type of women that you said are over here. She's broke. She's overweight, and I'm supposed to believe that if I go overseas, the women over there gonna want me for something and try to take advantage of me. But they do that over here too. These are the women you have to offer men who travel and who just give up? Sure. Okay. Whatever you say. What these guys don't talk about is the STD rates that are in the prostitution division. Sometimes there was a reason why other reasons why Backpage was shut down. Because there's a reason why it was shut down. Not just because the main reason that they told the media is because there was too many people getting set up and getting killed making transactions on Backpage, and there's also people getting STDs and AIDS because there was no kind of way where the chick was clean, because it was random chicks who decided they want to sell themselves, but they didn't care about the people that they was giving diseases to. But guys like Super Sly or Supreme King Coon say, hey man, you can get a escort and if you just want sex. Preem is the same dude who walked around and said he was with a female getting flown out. So pretty much he was doing the same thing. But then when men say it straight out the gate and say, hey man, I just want it. Oh, you just making it to just a hole. Just do that, you might as well go pay for it. That whole argument of paying for it, this is the fallback on it. Even them so-called high instance, them high call girls, high price call girls, or whatever you want to call them, escorts, even they burn it. A lot of people come up with problems from them too, in America. So you telling guys to go get set up and get diseases from them. A lot of them are unprofessional now. Even at the so-called ranches or brothels in America, this shit is low quality. Because they don't do shit for the dudes after the fact. But at least when you go overseas and pay for it, these women, it doesn't stop. They clean you up. They do stuff for you. And this is why a lot of guys would rather go to another country and pay for it than pay for it over here. The women treat you and they appreciate it. Money, the dollar over there runs a lot more than it do over here. People are so used to being so damn entitled that they don't appreciate shit, just like the Julia K chick. But now you telling guys to go to places where they gonna contract a whole bunch of diseases from these females who was sleeping with dudes. They sleep with dudes without condoms, and then they suggested to the Johns to sleep with them out with condoms and say they clean. And some guys are stupid enough to think they're clean. A comment right here, and this is back in 2005. Most by now, the affected ones screw the Johns, same Johns, the unaffected ones do. They all claim that the other girls on Backpage have HIV to get business. So who knows for sure the real? But sooner or later, everyone involved with them will have it. So they playing with people and they making guys pay just to get some diseases, some STDs. Because the guys, the so-called select men and the guys who can get it, pass the disease on, so they mad at all men. I'm gonna give it all. I'm gonna give it all to I'm gonna give it all of the diseases to all the men. The men who that I didn't like, I'm gonna give it to them. Cause hey, doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna get paid, and I'm gonna give a whole bunch of guys that surprise. That's the revenge mentality that these women do. They put people's life on the line. Making YouTube videos talking about black women or talking about women in general, that doesn't do anything. But a lot of them don't want to look bad in the light and want to be shown for who they really are. So that's why they say, you men are weak because you sit here and don't let us do what we want to you. Let us treat you anyway. You haven't built anything. Masculine men build something. Okay, then why don't you go to the masculine men channels? Why don't you stay over there and get out the red pill spaces? If you know a lot of people complain, why don't you just watch the people who build stuff? Because you feel better when you go around trying to tell guys what to do. But this is the reality of the pay for argument. All right? So see, nearly got robbed by escort Backpage. It's a fucking minefield. Be warned. 2017. You think these guys don't talk to each other and warn each other when they pay for it? So these dudes suggesting that, I don't know how much it is. Stop suggesting it, dude. If you can't get it women, you might as well go pay for it. No, dude. Because these women on the warpath, you don't know which one has something. Because a lot of them don't come with papers. Because men like y'all, who has had the freedom to do whatever y'all want, passed on stupid stuff to these women, and now they're trying to pass it on to the guys that they trying to make pay for. I mean, they don't talk about this kind of stuff. 2 arrested after Backpage ad leads to armed robbery at a motel, police say. 2017. This is what it looks like. Well, you got one dude who get all these women, and then eventually he he get tired of all of them and they all messed up from dealing with him. And if he got diseases, all of these women are polluted and got diseases now. So imagine that. These are the women that they said that's over here. Competent men, intelligent men, and you want them to take whatever comes their way so they can get diseases or have to pay for the mistakes of the men that they chose to be with. Funny is that being masculine means you shutting up and allowing a woman to throw all her past problems on you. You being masculine is letting the woman take you for a ride and not putting any kind of standards on there, not testing her who she really is and what happened, what's her past. Funny that they telling you don't care about her body count or her past. And the so-called players, they don't know that they diluting the whole dating pool. So it's like kind of putting ink. It's like dropping ink inside of a clean pool. These dudes are the ink, and little bit by little bit, the ink take over the whole pool. So eventually, these players don't have to have a whole bunch of ink. You don't have to put a whole bunch of ink to dilute the whole pool. You just have to drop it in certain areas and let the ink just cover the whole pool. And now you're dealing with a diluted pool that you have to drain. But now you're telling guys to swim in a pool full of ink. Or, better yet, a pool full of feces. I mean, you really don't have to, like, you could put one piece of poop inside of a pool and it contaminates the whole pool. So you want guys to swim in the poop that you put in that pool. That's what you want. Because it'd be funny and joking wise, because these guys get off on making other men suffer and making other men pay for what the things they don't want to pay for. It's a joke to them. They're kind of like women. I mean, so this is supposed to be what you offering guys, disloyal women who sleep with your best friend or your father or your brother or your uncle, or your classmates. One dude on YouTube committed suicide. He was a white dude. It was a few years ago. One thing that led to him committing suicide was he caught his girlfriend cheating on him with one of his friends. And he said it on there in his last video. But this is what you have to offer. I mean, do I need to say more? I mean, I can respect this chick right here. The world record for a woman who had the most sex with different men in a 24-hour period is 919 men. She slept with 919 men. This shows you the caliber and the type of women in this country. This happened in the US. She's from the US if she was somewhere else, because I had to study where she at. This is the caliber of how many men that a woman can have sex with one day. It only takes one dude to give her a disease. And it only takes her one touch to give you that disease. But this is what you got to offer, guys. Women like her. I can appreciate if she told me everybody she slept with. I'm like, damn, okay. But your standards have to lower then. I'm like, yeah, you can't be out here asking me to do this and do that. You slept with them many men. Nah. Only thing I can do is we can enjoy some cheap behind food, and then we take it to somewhere else. And guess what? I hope you got a test, because you finally told me, but it better be clean. See, being responsible. I'm not gonna take it for word for it and say, "Oh damn, I want to be the 920 guy." Because this is the numbers that y'all kind of dudes are sleeping with right now out here. These women are on their they're not on high level like her, but these women are on their like 100, 200 type guys. And then they're making certain guys pay just to be that number. But this is what you got to offer men over here, right? I mean, do I have to say any more? I mean, we had a chick like Angela Simmons who was a so-called virgin. She came from a good family, but she ended up with a thug. She ends up with a dude from jail. All these good men out here that her father could introduce her, and her father probably did introduce her. She could have gave her virginity to any of these good guys, been with the good guy for at least 2 years, had a kid with the good guy for like 2 years, and she would have done her part. And then she would have dipped in the bad pool. Nobody would have held it against her, but she put that persona up for herself. And then this marrows a lot of females out here who pretend they're nice and good, but they're dipping their toes in the other type of pool, and then they try to act like they're nice. This is an example of what type of females out here, and you added this type of woman in the American system, in the dating pool, the American dating system, and it's a lot of women like her. Baby dads are in jail or dead, or Pookies and Ray Rays, or guys who did get good jobs but they still got Pookie and Ray Ray inside them. They got the Pookie and Ray Ray cell in them. They got the ghetto gene in them. But this is what you got to offer. These are the women you talking about as a here, right? How about women of domestic violence? Women who used to get they behind beat, like a chick like Angel, who comes on here and make people feel sorry for her because she fell in love with Taz because of his size, but then turns around and say, "Oh, I felt sorry for him because he was missing teeth." But it always change up when she talks. "Oh, they turned my nudes and they bullied me." All these simps on here. You got RJ on here. You could have try to talk to RJ. He's a guy who loved black women and all this other stuff. You could have went to him. You could have went to any of these other guys. You could have went to O'Shea, got with him and went on his channel. But you went to Taz, a guy who known the talk, all that stuff. You was attracted to him, gave him news and everything, and but then act like you the victim. So it's these women who get involved with guys who they know are bad news, but they keep doing it so they can pull out this victim mentality, right? But these are the women you telling guys that are over here. "Oh man, they are over here. All the pussy that you got over here, plethora of pussy." Oh, this is the pussy that you're talking about, right? Women who get their ass beat and then try to bring that fucking dysfunction to guys who are normal, who are so-called quote unquote boring, stable life, quiet life, less consuming life, and you want to bring these type of women in their lives. Because these are the females that are on the market. Dysfunctional women who used to get their behind beat. So they don't know what a good man is, because then they try to do violence with him. And he had to walk away. They're like the plague. They want to spread their dysfunction to everybody else. They want to turn a good man into the men they're used to. You seen the stuff that I posted before. So a lot of men, you want a lot of men to turn to alcohol like most of y'all do. I mean, look at these prices. These are prices that guys gotta pay being with women in this country for their own sanity and the pleasure of women. This is why a lot of them can't build nothing and can't keep money in their pockets because they pay alcohol. They pay for alcohol all the time to dull the kind of mind, the dull their mind to just be around these women. You ever notice that when dudes get around females, they gotta drink or smoke, or they gotta do a lot of smoking, tobacco or weed, or drink a lot because women stress them out so much. So they gotta find something to stress them out because, you know, sometimes you can't even play video games around females because they'll interrupt you all the time. All right? But this is what you want men to do. And some of the men you talk about who travel, they don't got any bad habits. And they not trying to get any. Look at the prices that alcohol is. The combination of bars, just get-togethers with a female, you got to pay for her habits, weed. So in actuality, man, you're still paying a price. It's just you don't care the price you pay, and you're not aware of it because you're a slave. As long as you getting the little pussy points and the pussy treats that you're getting, you don't care how much you're spending on females and what kind of time you wasting on females, because that's the kind of your mind controlled. But the men who are outside of that, they're like, nah, I'm not wasting money. I don't drink. I'm not. You pay for your own alcohol, right? Don't women want to be equal? Go pay for your own alcohol. You come over here. So these are kind of disgusting low rent women who still lust after guys who are in jail. Fine ass mugshot. Shake my head in love. Now, mind you, she noticed a mugshot. Do any competent men want to sit here and take a female on a date who think I'm just going to shake my head. What he do? He killed his daughter. She knew he killed his daughter. His own kid. But she still can't control her lust. So this is the women that you want men to actually be with, who can't contain their own lust after murderers and killers. So this is what you want guys to get in trouble with. Like I said on my last one, this is the females that you want, that you have to offer men when you tell them to, or they going to other countries for this and this and that and blah 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 blah. I mean, hey man, it's like you really, dudes out here, the passport guys, the anti-passport, you really not helping your cause, because you the type of dudes you are and the type of dudes they like, it kind of fits the correlation of, like, you fit these descriptions these dudes have. You just have a little bit of money and you'll pretend nerd. You're an in and out nerd. You feel like you're ghetto. You got the ghetto gene inside you. Cause I'm a different type of nerd. I'm not like those other nerdy guys. I'm a different type of dude right here. I'm this and I'm that. You always try to distinct yourself from other men who are in the same category as you to make yourself feel good. So you're kind of doing just like they're doing, but they do it without any kind of repercussion and rules it follows. But then you want to put down rules for guys who you think is under you, but they in the same category as you. Oh, I get women. I like video games, but I get women. What do you do to get these women, man? And what type of women are you having sex with? What type of women are you talking to? The kind of mentality they have. Who they attracted to. Because if they're attracted to men who kill their own daughters, what that say about you, dude? It means you're just as dysfunctional as the guy who killed his daughter and she thinks attractive. Because she will go for any dudes who she think is attractive. Don't matter their background. So that means that she has a past of dating certain type of guys. So that means that you got what she wants. But your talking points have to be just like the dudes that she used to. So you ain't no different than them. You just got a different type of you got a slightly different mentality or a different type of attributes that she can ignore as long as you got the looks. Mind you, man, this is the women that you have that you say are here. I would never try to talk to a female who posts something like this. I look at her and say, the fuck out of my face. That's like me being attracted to a female who killed her own son. Or a female who chopped up her own son or did some crazy stuff like that. When does it stop? Because if she's attracted to a guy who killed his own daughter, that means she'd be the same one who sleeps with a guy who got HIV and she knows he has HIV. But you said he's the type of women who over here, right? Come on, man. This is a meme that shows the things that white men provide. And this was a bad thing about the swirling movements, right? This is what they think of certain men that are white. And this is what they think of black men. But I'm supposed to believe that there's good women over here. Where the good women making good memes of nerdy guys and hardworking men? Where the websites at? For guys who can't get women in the United States to have their own website for women who fit that category. Where the website's at? Don't say Tinder. Don't say Plenty of Fish. Don't say Match.com. Don't say none of this stuff that's been infiltrated by the thoughts in there. New sites that's for specific members only. You don't have it, right? These are the women that you want guys to get with, man. Stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane, man. Dom game, stay in your lane, man. Some guys need to tighten their game up and let the hurt go. Some guys need to stay in the lane. They shooting above they shooting above what they have, man. They shouldn't be shooting for fine women. They should be shooting for women like these. Because that's what I think these guys should be with, man. Oh no, let's subscribe to this woman right here. She need to heal these fools up here. These broken black men. She's fine. If I wasn't married, I'll be with her. You don't throw all black women under the bus. Y'all complaining about self-improvement. You need to self-improve for these women so you can get with a woman just this big. Somebody who never took the child to go to a gym or nothing. And make excuses of reason why they don't go to a gym. But hey, we want you men to be self-improved. So you can get with a big joint like this. Ooh yeah. Or get with a white woman that's big like this. Ooh yeah. This is what you got to offer black men? This is your argument? How about this? This your argument to get with black women like this? Stay in your lane, right? Women charged with murder of a man she met on Craigslist. Oh. This the dating site that y'all, this dating thing y'all said. Alright? My suggestion was to get like-minded females and like-minded men together. Create a site, have rules and regulations, and make sure you vet the people that's in that that sign up for that. So everybody can get what they want in that site. Oh, but stay in your lane. There's women over here. So this is what you're talking about. You sending guys to the slaughter, right? They met on a dating site and went bowling. It was a setup, police said, and now he's dead. Right now y'all looking bad. All your suggestions is leading a lot of black men to their deaths, suicide, HIV. But y'all want to talk about certain guys going overseas getting killed, man. They getting killed over here messing with these women, and they don't even look good, man. Come on, man. And these are the women over here, man. There's women over here, right? I want to be a serial killer. Woman 24 stabs stranger she met on Craigslist date and tells him she wants to eat his heart. Wow. Just wow. There's a plethora of pussy here. Why you gotta go somewhere else? The women put their foot on your neck. Why don't you post these stories, man? Stop selling an illusion that it's so easy over here. Woo. Young Thug, man. Look at this guy. And look at the female trying to look at the female that I had a run-in with. And if I showed you the comments she said to me, woo, you be like, damn, why didn't you get mad at her? I just screenshotted everything she said to me. This is what women like. So guys supposed to be coming right after Young Thug or Tekashi 6ix9ine. The women that these are the men that Ron Will's talking about select, right? Because based off Ron Wills, Roger Allen Curry, C Boogie, and all these other people, Solo TV 84, when you get picked by women, then you're the man. That's what makes you select. When you get vagina from women who used to deal with Young Thug, who do stuff like this, then you're the man. Because women picking men is the great solution to men having confidence and all this other stuff, right? So when you give women power to select, they'll select a guy like this who wears a dress, but then try to put paywalls on a guy who don't do this kind of stuff. Then the same Super Sly defeating his own point by saying that women are more comfortable with bisexual men. Then you think that straight men who have their head on right is not going to sit there and question it like, yo, I'm not messing with a chick who used to deal with a guy who's bisexual. I don't know what you have. I don't know what kind of stuff you were into. That's nasty to me. But every time you pointed out, when you said this is what women want, a guy who has tattoos, wear dresses, why don't they tell him he need help? Funny that they never tell the guys who do all these crazy things for women, put her on dresses and jumping all over pools. Bucci Gang. Remember that dude? I don't see none of these women telling these type of dudes to get help. But when guys talk about women, you got females in the chat box. Oh, they're hurt. They need to go get a counselor. You see these openly, but like I said before in my other videos, as long as you're giving them something entertainment, they won't say a word about you. But if you're going against them and you're not entertaining them and they can't benefit from what you're doing, there's something wrong with you. You need help. You need to self-improve. You need to do this. And here goes her comment. Don't nobody want to mess with that. Something wrong with him. He's either did it for views or he get, I don't care. I don't care. But then she turns around and say a whole bunch of stuff about me. I don't have the screenshots of the stuff that she say. But she said a whole lot that defeated her whole point in this whole comment that she said right there. I mean, when you say stuff, they say stuff for out of emotions. They never mean what they actually say. Because if they did, they wouldn't be saying the exact opposite of what they just stated. So this is what left for dudes over here. This is what left. This is what left. This is left for men over here. Who this is what's left. Big broads, big mama. This is what you giving black men who travel and work their ass off when they say, okay, I want a wife. I want something to look at. This is what you got to offer them? This. A chick who said, oh, now I'm ready for marriage. Now I can be feminine. Or got a soft voice. And then everybody pretend like she's nice and stuff. And then she looked like this behind the camera. But this is what you got left for men over here, right? Oh, man. Oh, I'm just so. Oh man, this is just going down this list of the women that guys think that dudes should be with over here. It's just like it's a joke that this is what you think guys should actually try to be with over here. This is all you got to offer, guys, to stay in the dating scene and to self-improve for. Women who go to jail, who double dip, they got guys that got in jail that they talking to, but then they got guys on the outside who doing the right thing, and you want guys to get caught up in this mess. And then this is a relationship goals, right? Women who post this stuff out there, because a lot of women are with men who are in jail. And then when the time goes up, you can put a whole bunch of time in the female. And then 10 years, 15 years down the line, the guy come out of jail, you get dumped. And magically, some new guy comes out of the picture. Then you find out that she was with him all along. She was just propping up a dude so she can get taken care of on the outside. Take your money, save it up for him to come out of jail. Oh, but this is what left. This is what's left for men over here. This is what you offering men to date women. Take any type of sex from any woman and date and wife up single moms and wife up women who cater to jail guys. Oh, this is what educated guys should be having fun with, right? This is what guys should, the tax they even pay. Oh, you got overcompensate. Oh yeah, I forgot. Damn, my bad. I did put it in the album, right? Yes, it is. All the women, when you're small, because it's all about giving and sharing. If you don't got nothing to give back or to share, then it's not going to work. It becomes one-sided. Matter of fact, if you small, then you ain't giving nothing, and I'm not giving nothing. You just walk. I'ma just walk out on you. Just saying, if that happens ever, poor Chris. Everybody hate Chris. That defeats her purpose right there. And I make these females say things that they lie about, and then they think that I take them seriously. Now this is what she could subscribe to me and tells me about men who has small penises. But one of the things is Asian guys don't have this problem with their women. Middle Eastern guys don't have this problem with their women. Most Spanish guys don't have this problem with their women. And even most white guys don't have this problem with their women, except the ones who convert to that other shit. Only black women have this problem and have this mindset. And this is what's left to date and mess with. I mean, these are the same women who don't want to submit and do anything else, but they have, when it comes to sex, you gotta give something, you gotta take something and share something. So this is the mindset of the females over here, right? So you're so ungrateful. How? I'm trying to see your side, because it's hard sometimes. She complimented you, and you should be happy that any woman wants to compliment you, but it's okay if you don't accept it, but that's you. Oh, so I should be happy that any woman compliment me. Does this talking point sound familiar? With Super Sly. Remember what he said on that video. Remember what he said. You get rid of all women? You say you don't want to touch none of the women? That's crazy. A man don't want a woman? Solo TV 84. That's messed up, man. Yeah, I don't know what guys all about doing the sex though. I like pussy too much. These are guys that tell you should be grateful if any woman come your way, man. Any guys, but then make videos about self-improvement. But then you got guys and females on here who say you should be grateful that any woman give you compliments. Because every woman supposed to be higher than a man, and every woman's word supposed to mean a lot to a man. This is the mindset of these females over here, but this is what you got to offer the guys, man. this is what you got to offer. The men who travel and the men who just said, fuck it, I'm not dating nobody in this country. I'm just gonna stay alone. This is what you want. This is who y'all have left in the dating system, dysfunctional dating system. You got these women who got egos the size of the weight they used to be. See, some of these women used to be big, and a lot of these women, they develop egos when they get smaller. There's some women in other cultures. I know one Brazilian chick who used to be big, and she is so humble, but she is so out my league and out my range. Plus, my Brazilian Portuguese, when it comes down to my typing in Brazilian, it's not as good. Speaking some of it, okay, but as far as like typing, Google Translate don't really do no justice when you're trying to talk to a Brazilian girl. You got to talk to them face to face or FaceTime. But she lost the weight, and then she become arrogant. A lot of females in other countries who used to be big or skinny and they become fit and whatever, they always become super humble. But the women over here, like this chick who tried to paint me as a pedophile and use her white friend to try to say that I'm a pedophile, when she tried to say that I couldn't get women, has now this whole ego because she lost weight. Mind you, this is the same chick who in and out the hospital, so she costs a lot of money to be with, because she has to be on dialysis and she has to go in and out the hospital. She barely got money, so she married a gamer. She married a gamer who couldn't get any females. Then she put her dysfunctional mind with a guy who she could take advantage of. If you ever seen her page and see how she talks, you would say, why would any man want to deal with somebody mentally ill like this? And mind you, this is a chick who's a so-called counselor, and everybody she counsel ends up committing suicide. She's a bad counselor. These are the women you got left for guys, right? Women who should have never been fat in the first place, but when they get skinny, they try to act brand new and go against black men, right? I mean, this is the definition of a bed bug. You know, someone who had their fun and decided that they want to spread their diseases around. You know who this is, Mr. Marcus. Everybody grew up on Mr. Marcus, watching him and everything. So he had syphilis. I mean, he had a STD. I forgot what it was, and he faked the test. No. He didn't fake a test. He gave his old test. Yeah, he did fake. He faked the test and put the letters on there, right? And you have to have good eyes and know which test somebody takes, and have to know which official channels it is, which a test is official and which not. And people caught him and they blackballed him. But he didn't care that he was spreading diseases around in the industry. This is the guys who giving y'all game and telling y'all dime game and all this other stuff because they don't care. They don't care what they do to these females mentally, financially, physically, spiritually. You take my sloppy seconds. Whatever I did to her, you better clean up, my mans. And I'm going to make you pay to do what I say. And I'm going to make you listen to everything I say and say, oh, you're a virgin and you don't get 6,000 and blah, 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 blah. These are the women we got left. Women who've been ran through by guys like him giving diseases out. These are the women that you got left for us right here, right? Who their confidence comes in their hair and their makeup. So they talk and judge guys based off what guys look like. Like I said in the other video, man, guys have to work their ass off to so-called self-improve for women, but women can magically just put on makeup and fake hair and then they look a whole lot different. But that's supposed to their value before they put the makeup on should still stands, instead of the value of how they look after they put the makeup on and stuff. But these guys want you to sit back and believe that it's on you if you can't get these women, not on them for altering their looks and trying to act like they're better than the guy that they look down on who got the flaws. They want the guys to fix. So you always have to serve women. But this is what you got to offer men over here. I mean, Super Sly, Low Cast, Sean James, Rollo, well, not Rollo, he's traveling, Rango TV, all these anti-traveling dudes did not make not one video about black women traveling overseas for men. Well, why didn't you tell them it's penis over here? Why you gotta travel all there, man? It's black men over here all the time, man. It's black men willing to give you anything, give you sex. Why you not gonna talk? What's wrong with you broken black women, man? You can't throw all of the black women under the bus. You either gotta get with animals or you either gotta get with other women, because it boggles my mind that that black women gotta go to other countries to get with low caliber men. You're not getting with high successful men. Every time I see you women coming with men from other countries, they don't look like nothing. You taking advantage of these men in other countries, man. Where the video at? With these women bragging about their white guys. Where these guys at? That these interracial couples come at. Why did they make no videos yet about them? And shut them down first. Oh, there we go. But this is what you got to offer Men who travel a backward ass mindset and let women do what they want. A lot of guys don't like females that got tattoos. That limits the dating option that a lot of men got, because all these females got that tattoos. A lot of guys they have a no tolerance to tattoos. Even they got a no tolerance for women who smoke and women who drink. So this is what you got to offer them when they say, "I don't want no females with tattoos. I want women looking like this." Oh yeah, your standards too high. Wait! You just told me to go self-improve. You just told me to cut myself in two on my area just to go satisfy a female. So I can't have the standards I want, but they can have all the standards they want, and you're gonna enforce those standards onto me so I can fit what they want. But if I say don't want no woman with tattoos, and I don't care if it's small or not, I'm supposed to just deal with the whole point that every female have tattoos in a country. Then I'm gonna throw away the whole country of the women and go overseas. But this is what you got to offer men to fit standards of other people and lower their standards. This is what you got to offer men. Good men like this dude who saved all these people in a Waffle House shooting. He put his life on the line. Why is no videos about him? B1, all these black first, where y'all at? O'Shea, why didn't y'all do any interviews with this young man right here? Why don't y'all look him up and ask him what it's like to be a hero? It's been 2 years now? Ever since that event happened, I think 1 year or 2 years? Why don't y'all show support of black men who actually are protecting black women? But you want guys, you want dudes, to believe that these women are good, when no good woman was ever shouting this guy. We're Raining Woman's video about this man right here who saved a bunch of black people and saved black women. Oh, he don't look her type, right? He not a simp. Funny that these females are not trying to sort this dude out that saved black people and black women. But this is what you got to offer men over here that travel and they're different, to save a group of individuals and just not even be acknowledged or thanked or put in any songs or not even given no kind of airtime. This is what you got to offer, guys. A female who goes on lines and profess her lust for celebrities, but then poses with her boyfriend in in some of her pictures. This is what you got to offer females. I mean, this is what you got to offer males. Yeah, sure. Women who love the twerk culture, who barely wearing clothes on. This is what you got to offer men over here. I mean, this is not looking good. This is what you have to offer. I mean, the mentality of these dudes who said things like this. This is what you got to offer. Life isn't fair. Pookie and Ray Ray don't have to do shit. He makes her coochie wet. You don't, so you have to do more. Oh, so by that logic, man, if you don't excite a woman, you got to do more. So somebody like this would be the same person who get mad if a white person says, well, you don't impress me, you have to do more. And it screams racism. Or when they put standards on you, you say, they're racist. They're racist against black people. That's not fair. They need to give us reparations. But if the white guy says, hey man, I need black people to get in more tech. I need black people to do this, do that, do this. because everybody else, it just happens for them because they doing it. So now you got to do more. It won't go down that way. But this is what you got to offer guys. Telling guys they got to do more. This is what you got to offer guys right here, where where females get to profess what they really like online, but when men show the women that they can get online, they get called out. But the women on here don't get called out for being what they are: size queens, whores, thoughts. Funny that y'all don't make videos about these women who constantly put this rhetoric up here on them just wanting big guys, huh? Funny that y'all not having no videos out here like this. Funny, man. But this is what you got to offer. This is the one thing that you got to offer guys, to just what? Just be happy with the status quo. And they got to do more and jump roofs and buildings and leap over buildings and do all this other crazy stuff. But that's what they supposed to do. Men are supposed to do 1,000 things for women to get their attention. But when women pick one specific thing they want out of a guy, and it doesn't take any type of work, it's okay. And if so many women have this kind of mindset, it's okay. Get with women that you get you in your program. Even if they don't look the way you want them to look, if you're not attracted to them, stay in your lane. There's plenty of good women out here. There's women like anime and pro wrestling and all this. Yo, man. What they look like. How they are. Do they have the same mindset of these females? Do they listen to the same music? You never answer me that. Come on, man. Guys getting... But this is what you got to offer guys. When they do get with women, they got to pay out their ass just to be with them. Imagine how much money this guy had to pay. Mind you, he's a accomplished basketball player. Imagine how much money he had to pay for a female to make her happy. Then when he retires, she just turns around and say, I want $200,000 in spousal support. Why? I go run off with another man. He was better off getting a female overseas. And then when he finally retires, he can leave the United States altogether and come over back and forth over here. It would have saved him. It would have saved him a lot more money if he would have traveled. Oh, but you don't want to tell guys that. So, I'm supposed to date women who funded a black serial killer. I mean, y'all forgot about this dude. Y'all don't want to talk like this in your talking points, but this is a guy who went around strangling females and killing them based off the females he met online. And these women was giving him money to travel all of that because he was broke. He ain't have no money. But rewind it back. Life isn't fair. Pookie and Ray Ray don't have to do shit. They make them wet. Oh, so it's okay that he killed, 7 women? As long as he make them wet, the killing was fine because, hey, that was good for him, right? I mean, he's excused from everything because he looks a certain way. And women will still like him, right? So it's right. So, but I'm supposed to take the females who funded this dude and take them seriously. Because they had a hand. There was accomplices in his spree. Because he moved from city to city to city. Look up the name. Look up the name and look at the women that he dealt with. Would you deal with them after he dealt with them? After they supplied him to let him do what he did? And obviously guys like this hate women because he killed 7 women. But he could still get women. So that debunks your whole point of saying, oh yeah, man, all these men making videos and stuff like that, they hate women and blah, 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 blah. Most of the dudes who do this stuff like this, they can get women. But they see what you do to other men and they get mad. And they see what they have to do for women and they get mad. It happens with the guys who got the biggest pipes. It can happen with guys who look the best to these women. They just snap because they have to do so much and they get tired of it. But hey, this is what you got to offer. Women who love the danger life and they would rather have somebody like this beside them than a guy in a suit or guy who like video games and anime. But I'm supposed to take a female like this seriously after she comes on after this and says she's been saved by Jesus. Come on, man. This is what you got to offer. You telling dudes not to travel because they got all that B&B and yeah, you take a trip, take an hour flight just to go get some third world pussy. But how much do it cost to get with the pussy over here, man? She didn't pay for this shit. $5,000. No, not $5,000. The ticket cost $5,000. She won $9,000, but she get an easy loss. So it's okay to get with a female over here and pay her that much money, so she can use men because she looks good, right? And guys got to pay for it. Remember what you said. But men who said I'm out of this, I can just take a flight for $5,000. The $5,000 that this chick gets from one dude can easily just translate to about at least 4 women overseas. But that's a better deal than dealing with one chick over here that's cost you $5,000. Come on, man. But this is what you want. This is what you want, guys. This is what you offering, guys. This is what the females over here offering, guys, too. I ain't just saying the men, but this is what you said when it's free over here. There's a lot of them over here. Come on, man. Women who pit man against man. Unattractive women who got so much power now. This is what you have to offer here. False allegations. The Me Too. The nice guy getting almost put in jail. That's what you got to offer, guys. The prices that you got to pay. These old, dried up females who like serial killers and guys with AIDS. This is what you got to offer. The numbers not favoring you right now. Remember this couple, when she pulled the prank on him and he beat her. The dad beat him up after that, but this is what you got to offer, guys. Females who used to deal with guys like this. Oh, because she looks good and you got to pay for it, right? Or how about guys? How about being controlled by females to accept your son going to the other side? This is what you got to offer. I mean, this is the stuff that you got to offer, right? Giving women HIV through this is what you got to offer. Women like this, stay in your lane, man. Self-improvement, man. They get to walk around with any weight they want, but hey, you're not allowed to do it. There ain't no lane for big men. Ain't no lane for small penis men. Ain't no lane for ugly men. They got to do a 1,000 things. They got to overcompensate, but hey, she doesn't have to overcompensate for anything, despite being her size, because any guy would take her. And guess what? There was a guy that took her. Based off this don't look good to the world. That every other race seem to have better looking women than us. And the guys look ugly, or the guys are short enough, and then they women look better than our women. It's a joke. But this is what you got to offer. a view of men taking any women that they can. I mean, delusional women who work in the industry but say, I can't even make civilian friends. This is why I'm scared to be friends outside of the industry. This is why the won't go all out of their way for strangers. The moment I think I know someone, they switch up on me. You chose the life of adult entertainer and you think that people want to be your friend for real? See? Some of these women wanted equality, but they don't want to never face what men have to face, because men have to face women who want to use them for their time, their money, and they have to overcompensate for stuff. And a lot of guys are sick of it. But this female is the same type of female. She's an entertainer. On her live was like, I don't like when creepy guys touch me. They should stay far away from me. She looked good, but I'm happy she's just an adult entertainer, because if she was a real life chick, nobody would pay attention to her, especially without makeup. She don't look good without makeup. But her looks was magnified by her being in the industry. But this is what guys got to, this is what you offering guys to not travel and just stay in the dating scene, right? Or know the origins of what their baby dad is. Or, females who share the same guy. Who your kids are related to each other. They're all types of people. They your cousins and your brothers, and this is who y'all got left for men who travel and just say, I don't want to be part of it. Or how about a chick who you give everything to, and then she comes on national TV and says she wants the attention that a husband gets. These are the women you have for men. Mind you, there's a Indian woman who's a CEO, and she has a normal man. She doesn't say nothing to the guy. She doesn't do nothing. She respects him as a man, even though she makes more money than him. You will never see her come out and say the same things that Aisha Curry comes out. But this is the female that y'all pushed up there. Someone who's attention hungry because she's mad because she's with a high powered man. This is what she wanted. But then when she got it, this is the type of women that are flooded in the dating scene. Who want marriage, but then they don't want to take the responsibility of marriage. They want a good man, but they can't handle the good man because the good man is going to make them upgrade themselves. This is what you got left for guys. Big women with overinflated egos. I mean, be real. Seriously. Stay in your lane, all this other arguments, man. This is what you want. My nails and feet are $90. My eyebrows are $12. Rent is $1,674. Utilities $800. I mean, $180. My other needs: insurance, food, transportation, averages at $590. If you're in a relationship with me, you're paying for all of it, period. Me and my bills are a package deal. F out of there. Pay up or leave me alone. This is what you got to offer, guys. And then when you look at her, are you serious? These outrageous requests? And you want guys to sit there and deal with this? Oh man, self-improvement for this? Oh man, you this is what you got left for guys? Women who pretend to like MGTOW and try to get into a market and use men for views and money? And then when they don't get their way, MGTOW made me do this. She got more dislikes, and then after that, she ran right off of YouTube again. But hey. These are the women left that you said that they left. They're easy women over here. The women are easy over here, man. They're easy, man. Ain't they? They're easy. And it's plethora of pussy on out here, right? Right? There's so many women out here. Good women out here. Where they at? I ain't see no women going against this chick. I don't see no women going against none of these people who that example bad behavior that it makes all of them look bad. Because men are not dumb like females, man. We're not going to keep digging through the trash trying to find some gold. We're not doing that. We're not digging through the dumpster just to go find something good in the dumpster. We're logical. We ain't gonna think we're gonna find something through a dumpster. Only women do some stupid like, oh, I'm gonna go through the trash and find me the guy. I'm gonna go date this guy, jump on top of this guy, and maybe one day I will find a good man. Oh, I wasted 5 years with this guy, but God's gonna put a nicer guy in my way, and I can jump to that guy, and then the nicer guy is gonna get half of the deal that I gave the guy that I was with that didn't have nothing, and he's gonna be okay with it. The list of STDs that these women got, but hey, all guys supposed to take any kind of female that they should get, cause this stay in your lane and self-improvement and blah blah blah. Everybody's supposed to pay women to be around them, even online. Whew. We supposed to believe when they say they good and they want to help black men with financing and stuff like that, but then they got the nerve to post other people's kids and talk about, hey, many men out here are not grown-ups. They're starting to have kids, but yet talk crazy online. MGTOW got y'all crazy. Same female who would never come at females who twerk online. If you check her Twitter out, she don't call no female out. She all about calling men out. But y'all try to subscribe that she was some kind of good chick. Come on, man. Y'all did the same thing for Kimber D. Y'all did the same thing for Raining Woman. Y'all did the same thing for Concrete Rose. I mean, there's a list of people that y'all kept saying was good. Aisha Curry, Angela Simmons, April Jones, all these people that y'all kept saying was good that end up turning into all of them. Her included. I mean, and this is what y'all got left for, guys. Women like this who post you, make fun of you, call you ugly in your face. But everybody's supposed to like stay here and be a punching bag for the women here, or mold yourself into what women want you to be, and forget F what you want. You just take what you can get in life. Whatever left of you, based off how you change yourself, you better appreciate the fact that now you can get women, even though you had to throw away half of who you are. At least you ain't this guy with this ugly female who got the nerve to call somebody else ugly. But hey, this is the women that you saying that are over here. Show me pictures of females in other countries saying these kind of things and say it with translation. Come on. Women like this who, who got kicked out of a rapper house and went against their own brother's girlfriends, man. And y'all still say y'all smash. Y'all can't control none of y'all little, man. But this like plenty of pussy out here, right? This is what y'all saying, man. This is the stuff that y'all saying. Women who got mental illness licking people ice cream, putting people's life in danger. But I'm supposed to take females like this seriously, right? I'm supposed to get involved with women like this. Oh, man. Women who used to mess with men like this and then turn around and say they want men in suits and clean cut. The dating in America is a whole landfill. You can't salvage it. You can't clean it. It's just gonna keep piling up. But you want dudes to dig through this whole junkyard trash out here, man. This whole landfill of females just to get through one female that's still dirty because she just stand around and didn't say anything and didn't get herself out of that landfill dating scene. You telling guys to go on Tinder. You making videos of Tinder in other countries. When you know that frequent, you gotta go to Brazilian dating apps that's made for Brazilian, not Tinder or apps. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. You trying to be the talking points of the self-improvement guys, right? Larry Wills, check Larry Wills out. His ex-girlfriend who looked fine, right? She was fine, right? She was mad because she lost her light-skinned boyfriend to a white chick, right? But that's what you're supposed to deal with. Women who are attractive, but who can't let certain guys go. And then use the law on their side to get back at the guys. And hurt their career and their money. These are the women left that you're talking about. This is what you have to offer, guys. All have kids. But the dudes who don't have all that drama in their life and they live a quiet life, live a stable life, they're supposed to pick these women. Or pick women like this. I like this. or get with women like this. You said, remember the gamer crowd you said. I mean, the chick is so disrespectful. And it turns my stomach in the situation where she got his picture. The guy committed suicide back in June. And she has his picture next to her ass pictures. She didn't make no website for him. She didn't even make just a page for him. All the good times they were together. I don't see it. So it's her fun time now. It's time for her to get over to her ex-boyfriend death and twerk it out. And these are the women that you say that are over here. I mean, women in other cultures, when their boyfriends commit suicide, some of them go with the guy. Or some of them are so devastated you don't hear from them for months. They'll take their social media down real quick. It was a drummer who jumped off a building on Facebook Live in the beginning of this year. His chick had it was in the Philippines, I think. His chick don't have no graphic stuff. She ain't even post ever since. And I think she deactivated for a little bit so nobody talked to her. She had more respect for her ex, her boyfriend at the time, jumping off a building than this chick. But men supposed to deal with women's debts, right? College debts, college stuff, because they the most educated, right? But they don't ever tell you about them being the most educated but not generating enough money to pay off that debts. But these are the women you got left in that you trying to tell guys to get with, right? Women who got fan onlys, but they still try to get. They use guys' sexual repression to watch them have sex with other men or plop themselves and everything else, and do public masturbation sections and go outside and masturbate. But then they go around acting like they so different than other women, and sit back and try to make guys pay outrageous prices just to date them because they can get any man to date them online. But this is what guys supposed to deal with, right? Over here. We got the GoFundMe chicks. Who don't even have money to help themselves. So they gotta go on GoFundMe and beg people. But I'm supposed to deal with a chick who made a GoFundMe just to just to live, and then she says she the most educated. I'm supposed to take a female that I'm supposed to take females like that seriously. I'm supposed to deal with females who can't afford, who be with a guy who can't afford a wedding, but they online begging people to fund their wedding, then turn around and say, you're a loser and you black men don't build nothing. But they with a black man who can't even foot the bill for their thing. But hey, this is what you have to offer, right? Let's not forget what happened last year, the Tinder experiment. Ooh, man, I couldn't wait to get to this one. So this female right here just proved the point, and the reason why a lot of guys exited from the dating scene. And the guys that she played that day, I bet you all of them probably either got passports or said, F this, I get a sex doll, I'm tired of this. She played thousands and thousands of New York men to come out and compete for her. And everybody said that she ain't look nowhere half as good as she looked in her pictures. But she had the nerve to make guys do push-ups, to do sit-ups and run in place for her and race each other. And then come on national TV and said, I was just getting back at men for what I had to deal with. So this whole passport argument, this whole bullshit about women being good here, and there's a lot of women here. You just showed this right here. You didn't even remember this happened last year. I did. We all keep attracted to these things. If it's so easy, she would have never grabbed up a group of 1,000-something men just to compete for her ass. But you want to act like it's so easy. Act like it's so, it's playing for a pushy out here. If it's so much out here. And these are white guys. There was a few black guys in that crowd. But it was mostly white guys. The swirler community looked bad in this kind of situation. The whole America looked bad. If you couldn't supply your men from licking themselves look bad just to try to get with one chick. So this shows you that these women have so much power in the United States, because guess what? We're the Tinder experiment in China. We're the Tinder experiment in Brazil. We're the Tinder experiment in Dominican Republic, Colombia. We're the Tinder experiment in the Middle East. Do you really think that the dudes in that country would allow one woman to have to embarrass them like that? Come on. Then you got women out here making false flags, saying how many diseases she gave guys. But then we have real females out here saying how many men she gave diseases. But these are the women who's supposed to be easy. This is what you offering guys. The Waffle House incident. Guys being good Samaritans. And let's go back to the Julia K situation where someone gave her $5, she was ungrateful. But this situation where a guy was paying for everybody else but a black woman, and she got her thug boyfriend to shoot the guy in the head for being a good Samaritan, but not being a good Samaritan to her. How selfish that these females are when you have the money, you had the resources, you're so-called self-improved, but you don't want to deal with them because you don't like them. So they get a guy like a Super Sly or C Boogie to fight you or shoot you because you don't do what they say. You don't bow down to their will. Or those guys end up getting killed like the guy in the parking lot did when he tried to go push a guy down on the ground for a parking space and end up getting shot and killed. That's how all these guys look, pandering for females. like clowns. We got women like this. This is what you got to offer men over here. My husband is throwing a temper tantrum because I had dinner with my ex, who is leaving for prison for the remainder of his life. And I just wanted to apologize for any hurt he caused me and said goodbye. Kiki boo. I don't need that. I need that closure. Cry about it then. This is women. This is the women that you're trying to tell guys to be with? And you telling guys to not care about a body count? These are the men you telling not to care about a body count. But these females still have a link to these dudes. And it was more important for her to get closure with her ex-boyfriend who's a thug than to keep the marriage that she asked for a good guy. Is this supposed to make guys sit back and say, these are a lot of women over here, these are good women? You should have seen the comments. You should have seen the comments that these women was co-signing this. And you think that people are dumb enough to believe that these are good women out here? That when we see stuff like this, it's supposed to be at least 1,000 women on that front going against the type of women like this. But these women stand on the sideline and don't do a goddamn thing, don't say a goddamn thing. We supposed to believe that they're good. They supposed to be out here fighting, fighting harder than the men do, because it makes them look bad and it makes the men say, okay, all these women like this. Because the men are doing it on the side. We're trying to make a distinction from us of saying that we not like that. That's why we always say our stuff and say who we are, and say we don't have no kids, and say we don't have no criminal past. Because the fact is, we're trying to show you that we're different from these motherfuckers. And we actually prove that we're different from them. And we show that you're messing with the same type of men. But if you stand around and don't say a goddamn thing and you let this shit go down, you're just worse as these females on here who exhibit this behavior. But I'm supposed to believe that it's so-called good women here. There's so-called single women out here that are so-called good, waiting for good men in the gaming community, in the anime community. But they don't even try to go and hit up these guys. They want these guys to hit up them. Oh, no, man. I'm supposed to get you, me, anybody who travel, guys who are different and say, I'm not dealing with these women, are supposed to believe and get with these women who get with their bisexual boyfriends or bisexual best friends and say, who's the child's father? Oh, he's my best friend. Your best friend? I thought that dude was kind of awkward. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm out of here. I don't know what you got. But we supposed to... These are the women you offering, guys? I mean, men's hard work that you put into a female, it makes us look stupid when you put so much into these females and then you get nothing back and they go with another guy after you help them improve. But it's funny that these women don't want to get with the nerd guys because they said they're going to leave them. But half of 50% of the time, when a nerd guy or when the guys who they don't like are called lame and boring and corny get with a white woman, they still with the white guy. They still with the white women. They still with the Latina. They still with the Asian. It showed them that they was more loyal than you are. So I'm supposed to open myself up to females who don't have enough respect for men to cheat in silence, but cheat on the phone while a guy is tapping them from behind. And then they're saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. There's plenty of examples of this shit that guys go through. See, Boogie sat back and bragged about him cheat or sleep with somebody's wife. All these guys, ARC, talked about that, bragging about it. I'm supposed to believe that there's good women in this culture when they don't call it out. So you want me to be a victim of a chick who talked to me on the phone while she getting rammed or she's sucking somebody off, and I'm supposed to take that to the chest and leave her? Oh my God, yeah, man, just leave that hoe, man. She's for everybody, man. You should have never wiped her up, man. That's the shit that you say to guys who you tell guys that these females are so good. And then when they pass up all these women, you can sit back and tell them, yo, man, that was a good woman. You need to lower your standards. It's never, you never happy with the guy who say, I'm not messing with these females. I ain't end up like this. Because ain't no foreign women is going to do that. Dominican women in Dominican Republic who use men over here, they do not like, they have a sort of loyalty to the guys who giving them money. They don't want no guy to post them, because if a guy sees that, they're going to cut their money off. They have more respect. The women in other cultures who cheat on men have more respect for them, because they won't be on the phone with them. They won't let the man videotape them. They will say, I'm cheating on this guy. It's going to be repercussions. I'd rather cheat in silence. These women, well, they don't care. They show how much they treat you based off just being on the phone with it, on which you saying they love you, getting pounded out by a guy they really wanted. They're dipping in both things, but you supposed to believe that these women out here are good, because these women, the so-called good women, are not calling these women out. They're cowards. Come on, man. People voicing their opinions online, telling you right now about Reg. I told Rollo I had a girl who had me watch her get $300 from a guy plus food. Only hugged him. He paid just to smell her from hugs. So that $300 could have been for a passport, so you can get more than a hug from a female. But you want guys to believe that it's so easy over here. Let's remember the kid Junior, who got viciously killed based off a word of a female, because they did it in America. Because the fact is, those dudes, those clowns, they would have never got arrested. They would have never got arrested at all in another country. They would have got killed in another country for doing this to an innocent person. And the female would have got killed for initiating this. Only in America where the female can walk off scot-free and cost a boy his life, and the guys just go into jail crying and whipping and whaming. But the power of women over here to take another man's life based off their words. Women can call a guy gay. He don't have to. He's not gay. But then they'll go sleep with a gay guy or a bisexual man. Or they more comfortable with a bisexual man. Then you got a clown who says that if men give up women who participate in this kind of stuff, they must go with men, right? Or they must go with animals. Not knowing that a lot of guys ain't on that dysfunctional shit. They don't want dysfunctional females. They don't want females that are attached to dysfunction. You know why? No man wants to deal with females who do this dysfunctional stuff, because they can end up like Junior. There's plenty of good black men who dead right now because of black women, because they words. But this is what you open them up to when you tell them to go date women over here. Be with dysfunctional women, even though they act like they good, and they don't call out dysfunctional women. Yeah, man. These guys in jail, they double dipping. So now it's been exposed that these women like bisexual men. And the men they say are so masculine and so tough, and these the warriors, these the street warriors. They talk all tough, go in jail, get with men who look like females, going around smashing guys in jail, and then come out in commissary and get with these women, and these women come out here and polluting the dating scene, trying to get with the good dudes and making good dudes pay money just to be with her, and she got diseases from a guy who put his stuff inside of another man, sucking off another man, and you kissing up on this chick. Cause she like bisexual men. Cause she know her man. Well, I don't know my man. No, you should know. But these are the same women who are C Boogie says, "Ooh, they sense. These women sense. These women sense that if the men are weak." But then when you see these men, when you see these same women get played and end up getting with guys who turn out to be gay or bisexual, they surprised. These women don't have no damn women's intuitions, and they don't got no damn. They can't sense shit, cause everything about what they do doesn't show that. Come on, last one. This is the prices for This is the prices for men who got a paywall to get with women. This is what they suggest you do. Look at the prices, right? Finally moved into a new apartment. It was expensive to move in, but it feels amazing to have my own place. If anyone wants to join me for some fun, I'm able for booking this week. $500 for an hour. That's a passport, and that's some money to save up. Okay. $1,000 for 4 hours. That's a cheap apartment in a so-called third world country. You can eat off that money for about a month in another country, and you can bang some chicks for free, or not even close to that. Just take her on a date or chill with her at a party, and you're in. But she asked me for $1,000 for 4 hours. $2,000 for a day. So literally, you're paying to be with her for a day. This is the reality of what they trying to make you do, man. Look her up. Look how she looks. She's okay. But she gets to make that rule up to see who's paying for her. Because she's not going to do that for the other guys. They don't have a paywall. But Super Sly and all these other guys will say, it's cheaper to stay over here and pay for females over here. Nasty strippers. Nasty females who might set you up and kill you. Because they don't want to do nothing with you because, you might not be super attractive. You might not be packing, but they might try to make you pay more because you don't fit a thing that they like. But you're supposed to stay here, man. The whole point of this is that these dudes don't have anything to offer you. When it comes to relationships, marriage, even casual sex. These two videos just shows you the type of women that are in a dating pool. There are no super functional females who just say, okay, we can be sex buddies. I'm going to be exclusive with you. I'm not going to pass nothing to you. I'm going to open up to you. I'm going to tell you that I had sex with this type of dude, this guy right there. I'm going to cut it off because it's me and you exclusively. They don't have the same functions as women of other cultures. But these guys want to tell you that you should be with the women here. And if you don't get with the women here, you're weak and it's not going to work. If you can't get women here, you can't get women. This shit is dysfunctional. It's not even on a normal setting. So that whole, if you can't get women here, you can't get women anywhere. No. At least when you go somewhere else, it's a normal setting. Here's the dysfunctional setting. This is why it's no value. So you can turn it on. Wherever it's nothing. It's just a loose thing. Look at these prices, man. For these prices, you combine all this money together. That's $3,500 and it's $1,300 that you can literally travel with and get a woman that look 10 times better than her. Even if you want to go over there and pay for it, you're not going to pay this kind of price. Think for yourself. And I'm just showing you what these dudes are offering you over here. And an insight on what these guys, who they really are.